I look like I could perform in the Book of Mormon. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is I, Olivia. I was supposed to post a Disney video this week, but with everything going on in the world, I feel like it's would be a misstep to post it, and I have a lot of complicated feelings, so I ask that you bear with me right now. And the sun is in my eyes, so that's why I'm not looking directly at the camera. I have a lot of complicated feelings about posting about Disney when there's like so much distress in the world, but on the other hand, like a healthy level of escapism is good, which I hope that my channel can be a place for that. But I'm also a big, I don't want to say a big fan, but the word I'm looking for is proponent, advocate. I think the word is advocate. I'm a big advocate of acknowledging the bad and like not just sweeping the bad under the rug. And without going into too much detail, obviously the issues in Texas with the anti-trans bills, and in Florida the Don't Say Gay bill, along with the conflict in Ukraine and Russia, it didn't feel right to post a video about Disney this week. I think instead a healthy little coffee shop chat, except we're on my balcony, sitting in the sun because it's 60 and I wish it was like, I don't know, maybe 5 degrees warmer. If you hear anything rustling, I think the mail person is here, so they're doing their thing over across the way. But yeah, I wish it was like a few degrees warmer. Like there's not a cloud in the sky, and I'm like, oh, there's just enough bite in the air at the end of February, first day of March, where you're like, could it just be a little warmer? Now, given I am from Massachusetts, like I've said a billion times, it's still like 30 degrees, and you're like, it's gonna snow like at least 3 or 4 more times. First day of spring is gonna be 40 and cloudy and rainy and gross. So this is a step up, but I just want it just a little warmer. That would be nice. I had a point to this video and I can't remember it, but yeah, I think that sitting and like having coffee with me and for the night, maybe in the morning, would be better. So yeah, it's also, I think today's the day my video is supposed to go up. It's a day late, but I was having such a mental debate of, oh, do you post the Disney video with the healthy escapism, or do you post the sit down chat video, which I think I ultimately decided on this video because I just had too much on my mind. I'll give you a little personal update so we don't have to go too much into the horrible conflict. So it's still a little healthy escapism, but it's not Disney level escapism, and I'll talk about it at the end, but they announced something that really grossed me out, and I'll get into that eventually. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think I have full coherent thoughts on it quite yet. But personally, as many of you know, if you were here during Vlogmas, I applied to grad school, which is, yay, super exciting. It is now March. I have heard zilch, and I'm like on the verge of a mental breakdown because I don't know what my future holds. And I'm like, you can't even plan, you can't, like, you can't look at places you want to live because you don't know. I don't know what school I'm going to. The two that I applied to are about an hour apart, so it's not like, and they're both in Southern California, so you have to account for traffic, because it's not like, oh, I can just move like kind of in the middle of the two. And it's like, no, no, there's so much in that area. So but I did an interview with one of the schools, and I think it went well. I haven't heard anything from the other one, which is unfortunate because that's the one that I like really want to go to, but I'll go to either or. So I'm a little Jessica Simpson, because I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then because I have anxiety and my brain just immediately goes to the bad, my brain's like, well, what if you don't get in? Like, you might as well not get in. What are you gonna do then? And I'm like, I literally don't know. I've got no other options, because like the job search was a bust, which is why I ended up being like, okay, it's time to apply to grad school. that's where I'm at. It's not exciting, it's not happy, but it's real and it's stressful, and maybe someone's in a similar situation as me and I can vocalize it and be like, hey, this is happening to me too, and like, it's okay to be upset about it, which I keep telling myself. I'm like on the verge of tears here. I tweeted the other day, it was like, or it was yesterday, I was like, if I don't find out soon, I'm probably gonna have a mental breakdown. And it probably already started, to be honest, because the spiraling thoughts of like, you're never gonna move out of your parents' house, you're gonna be like a fuck up, and all of the horrible awful that happens in the world, that's what my brain's doing. Yeah, that's where I'm at. It's not positive, it's not happy, but it's real. The coffee's not helping either, but that's okay. Like, and when I say it's okay, I mean like, it's okay to be worried. It's okay for me to be stressed out about this stuff. It's a good thing that I'm worried and stressed out about it. I think people around me would be more worried if I wasn't freaking out. It's like just cold enough to where I'm like, I wish the wind would stop blowing, but the sun is really nice. And I think the reason I'm so stressed about it is because I was in California about 5 years ago, and I made the best choice I could at the time, which was to move back. But I think, you know, you can't help but like question your decisions, and I try not to regret things and be like, well, what did you learn from that situation? And like, I don't know if I would say career-wise, like I've gotten a lot of career experience from moving back home because I got a decent job and I'm with a really good company. I'm grateful for that, but now I'm like, if I had stayed in California, I wouldn't be in my parents' house, and that's like the big one. But oh well, I made my choice. Now I have to accept that and be like, now I'm working towards the other thing. So this is really just therapy for Olivia, this video, but maybe it'll help someone else. Just life is stressful and hard, and like, man, it sucks. But I think the whole reason I made this, sorry, the sun's in my eyes and I took my sunglasses off like an idiot. The whole reason I made my YouTube channel or relaunched it wasn't to be a Disney influencer. It wasn't to talk about makeup. It wasn't to talk about fashion. It wasn't to talk about any of those things. It was to be a safe place for people to come and have fun and like acknowledge that like things suck sometimes and it's gonna be okay. So this to me feels very authentic and like a person, and I'm not trying to sell you anything in this, and it probably won't perform well, but that's literally fine. Like I said, this video has no structure to it. I'm just talking about things on my mind, like the political state of the world, and am I gonna get into grad school? What am I gonna do with my future? Because I'm personally antsy and like, I want to keep moving, and I'm in the middle of moving forward, but it's like, I just want to hit a checkpoint, please. Like, you know, when you're playing, like, I don't know, let's say like, I don't play a lot of video games, but like we'll do one with like platforming levels, like Crash Bandicoot, and you just keep getting hit by the, oh my God. Is that Evie? Who is that? Oh, it's Evie. Come here. Come here, you. Let's sit in the sun. Did you want to come out? It's okay. I know you don't really like me. You just wanted to come outside, but look, you're in the sun. Evie, you threw a fit, and now you're gonna be upset. This is probably not a good idea to have her around here. But look, I know, it's so nice. I have to pay attention to her because she's kind of trouble. She can't stand the thought of someone being outside without her. I lost my train of thought. Evie, get your head away from there. Thank you. Oh, I was talking about a metaphor about playing Crash Bandicoot. Okay, so you know how it's extreme platforming. You keep missing that one jump and you just die time after time, and you're like, oh my God, there better be a checkpoint after this stupid obstacle. And that's how I feel. I'm like, where's the checkpoint? I keep falling flat on my face. I just need to get past this one obstacle and hit a checkpoint so that I can move on and continue to grow. So that's where I'm at mentally. Also, for the first time ever, got the chance to work with a company, and they wanted me to host a giveaway. Wow, was that a flop. Like, yay, I got to work with a company. Not one person entered. So, you know, it kind of makes you feel like shit, where you're like, oh man, like I thought I was doing well and growing and people are interacting with my content and this company actually wanted to work with me. And then Evie, come here. I know. This company wanted to work with me and it flopped. And then now it probably means I won't get to work with them again, because they'll be like, oh, well, we tried it with her and it didn't work out and there was no gain, you know? Like, it kind of just looks bad all around. So I haven't contacted them about that yet, so I have to do that. And I don't know, I can't decide if my hair looks good or bad. I don't care, it's just hair. So that was frustrating and not good and not fun. Like, one step forward, 300 steps back. Okay, so that's personal. Obviously, I mentioned it like 3 times now. The world is in political shambles, and I don't want to go too far into detail, but I hope that every innocent party in any of those situations is doing okay. Like, I hope you're safe. God, I just, it's so complex, and I'm not an international relations person. I'm a pop culture history person. It's not my spot. I don't want to give false information, but I'm gonna do some research and find some resources and put them in the description if you want to see how you can help. I really do look like I could be in Book of Mormon. I was going for Mom Takes the Kids to Disney World circa 97, but alas, it's hello. I would like to tell you about the most amazing book. Do I have anything positive to say today? No, I do not, and that's okay. I guess the only positive is that I'm like glad that I'm capable of these thoughts and like want to channel it into something better, but I'm just not feeling super upbeat and like happy these past few weeks. So that's where I'm at. I'm sorry this was a depressing video, but sometimes you gotta have depressing conversations in order to be able to move on from them and like do better. So I hope this was well, I hope you got something out of this video, be it just, wow, Olivia's a mess, I feel so much better about my own life, or, you know, maybe you're feeling some of the same things and it's good to know that someone else is on the same page as you. Maybe you just think I'm nuts. I'm okay with it either way. But thank you for sitting and watching. Click the subscribe button. I promise we have more fun sometimes, but like I said, sometimes you gotta acknowledge the bad. So click the subscribe button if you like, leave a comment if you'd like, and I'll see you guys next week. Cheers and goodbye.